All right, we're finished with that bag. It's time to do bag number 4. Let's open this up and see what surprises we have. That last bag went pretty quick. We'll see how this one goes. All right, double checking. Bag's empty. Yep, nothing there. We got everything we need right here with us. So this puts us at step number 90. We're going to do 2 of these 1x2 plate with bar, plate modified. And look at this, it goes right into our double C-snaps from those elements all the way beginning of this build. Put the C-snap down first, and then snap the plate to the knobs on top of that red. So the brown 3.2 bar into the C-snap, then lay the rest down. Next, 2 more of our sand color 1x1 rounds. Let's see where these go. That's right behind the darker brown. Those probably are representative of the suspension coilovers in the car. That's the suspension. Those are the springs and the pistons, the dampers that hold the car up. All right, we've got a big long plate, 1x6. Where is that going? That's going right behind here. So we're leaving that 1x6 dark gray tile visible. Nice. That's going to really help our locking. All right, we're going to put this down for a moment to do the next step. We've got 2 more stop bricks. These each, we're going to do this twice. Get the 1x1 round in that sand tan color. So I'm going to do this twice, right? Do it once, do it again. And now we have these little pieces. It's like a little claw. These have a very formal special name, but the name that we call them is we call these bad robot arms. So we're going to take 2 bad robot arms and we're going to put them right in the front here. It's one of my favorite Lego element names. I think it's so funny. So whenever we're talking at meetings, when we're designing new Lego experiences, we always are looking to see, do we need to use a bad robot arm there? Sometimes the answer is yes. In this, it's a really important step. So these are going to go on top of our 1x6, facing backwards. And where we put those round 1x1 plates, that's really, really important to help space out the bad robot arm. So it's at the right spot for what we need to do next. All right, more of these L's. So we have the brick version, the full brick height, 3 plates high in gray. And then we have the 1 plate high in red. And we're going to do that twice. Plate goes on the bottom, red at the bottom, gray on top. Do that twice. And then this is going to nestle in right here, surrounding those black snot bricks, kind of bracing the bad robot arms. And look what that dark gray does, guys. It starts to make the side windows. So we get to have that color without the sticker. It's just the color of the brick that shines through. I really love getting to do that. It's always nice to be clever with the color of the brick to help give you the look and the feel that you need to have. All right, so those have gone on here. We have another little separate step. Hey, more of the brackets I designed. Awesome. So this is a funny little step. We have a 1x1 brick with a Technic cross hole. And I'm gonna pay extra attention to see which orientation this goes in. There we go. We're gonna do that twice. There we go. Dark gray 1x1 with Technic cross hole going into my vertical 1x2 bracket. And then for 1, we're gonna take this part, which is another one. It's kind of like the bad robot arm. These have such a fun name. This is called a cheese slope. So this is a 1x2 cheese slope in dark gray. But when this element was first invented a long time ago, we first started with the 1x1. And the first color it ever came in was yellow. And when you looked at it, and it was sitting there, it looked like a perfect little piece of cheese. No bigger than what you would think a mouse would enjoy. And so for the rest of forever, we call these cheese slopes. So this is our 1x2 cheese slope in dark gray. We're going to take a look at what we're doing with those. So one of them is going this direction, and the other one is going the opposite. So you angle it the opposite way. There we go. This is pretty cool. And that's going to sit right here, kind of framing the sides of our bad robot arms. There we go. That looks good. So again, we've got more window just by using that gray brick. That cheese slope is doing a lot of hard work. Next up, 2 1x1 red bricks and 1, this looks like about 3 modules, shaft. We're going to snap that into the bad robot arms. Make sure that's centered. You're going to have a little tiny bit of overhang on either side of the bad robot arms. It should look like that. You have a little bit of overhang on each side. But you want it to be nice and centered. That'll be really important later on. All right, where do our 1x1 bricks go? They go, yep, right here behind the dark gray 1x1. With the Technicross hole. They're going to go right there behind there. And now, pretty great, we've got more printed bricks. And here we go again, guys, another one that I came up with. Another really nice, smooth, transitioning curve. Because this is kind of my speciality, is figuring out how to make these very, very, very complicated shapes in a way that feels simple and nice. And so these are really fun. Like if you're just feeling them in your hand, it's a really interesting shape. It's actually a lot more complicated than you think. So when these pieces are ones that we need, my friends at Lego, they usually come by my desk and ask me to do them. So these are printed, and we're going to see where they go. I'm going to turn my car so he's facing away from me, and this is going to help me figure out the right direction for these to go. I'm also going to look at the graphic. The graphic will also give me a clue. So I'm seeing the part of the lightning bolt and it's facing forward. And we're going to line it up just like that. Yeah, that's exactly where it's supposed to go. So Lightning McQueen is really a combined car design from a lot of different very, very, very famous cars over the years. So you'll see right here, you get this really big, strong wheel arch over the back. Feels like muscle. You know, it feels like a strong shoulder. And when cars do this, it helps them make them look fast. That's looking really nice. All right, I'm actually going to put these one far forward. I looked at the picture again and realized I did it wrong. And you know what? I've built this car many, many, many times. And I still will sometimes do it wrong. So it's always good to pay attention. Sometimes talking and building takes a lot of brain. But we're doing good. We're on step 97. Next up, more printed pieces. And these are already printed on the curved bit, right? Because we can't put a sticker that goes way over that curve without it looking weird. These also, we're going to get a sticker. So let's see which one is which. Because these are going to be a left and a right. So we're going to pay good attention. One of them has the gas filler cap on top and one of them doesn't. The one we're doing right now, you guys, is the one that does have the silver gas cap on top. That's the one we're doing. We're going to put a 2x3 plate on the back. And next up, we're going to put sticker number 1 for the tail light. All right. We're going to get this lined up nice. Sticker number 1, our round brick with the gas filler cap. And on the back goes the tail light. There we go. That sticker went down just right. This will go on the driver's side. There we go. Oh, that fits so nice. It always makes me feel like we did a good job when it goes down the way it should. All right, now I got to pay attention to the other one. The lightning bolt facing forward. Oh, look, it's Minda. And now we're going to do sticker number 5, the other tail light.
It's a lot of stickers, guys.
It's a lot of stickers.
I bet they can do it.
All right, so I'm paying attention to which direction things are in my hand. Sticker number 5. I've got the plate, the 2x3, on the correct spot, and now we're going to place this down, just like we did the other one. Nice. That one also went on really, really nice. We're going to click that one on. Wow, and most of the rear 3/4 is now ready. Look at that big, strong curve. Really makes the car feel fast and powerful. It's pretty cool. The tail lights are now ready. That was step 99. So holy cow, triple digits. We turned the page. That is the end of bag 4, and we are starting step 100. All right, guys, our last bag. Bag number 5, step 100. We're in the back stretch of this build. This is a pretty big build. All right, final bag. Oh man. Some of my favorite parts are in the last bag. I can't wait to show them to you when we get there. Making sure there's nothing left. Here we go. We got some really cool pieces here, guys. Oh, I can't wait to show you. All right, right off. Step 100 is a very easy step. 2x4 plate, light gray. Put it right here on top. Right away, more stickers. We're back to another piece I came up with. This model has a lot of pieces that I made in it, which is pretty cool. But what's neat is you won't just see them in this set, you'll see them in sets all over Lego. Because we get to use and reuse these shapes, these Lego elements, these pieces to do anything we want. So when we use our imaginations to come up with things like this for you guys, we think about all the different pieces that we need to make it better. So there's a lot of pieces that I made in this one, but what's really important is we're going to get to see them all over the place, and other kids with other sets and other teams will get to use it as well. So let's take a look. We've got a left and a right. I'm going to look at this one first. Looks like this needs sticker number 10. Here we go. We're going to get this one on there. Only got a handful of stickers left. So just have to keep being patient. take our time. Get that nice 1 millimeter gap. Lay that sticker down over that curve. Oh, that looks nice. All right, this one goes on the driver's side. And this one actually covers a little bit of that gray cheese slope from the side edge. Next, sticker number 9 to do the passenger side. There we go. Nice. Look at that. It's starting to say his name on top. That was step 101. All right, we're going to put this down for a little bit. Now, we're looking for a 1x1 with C-snap and a 1x2 red tile. Put those together. 1x3 plate. 2x2 inverted tube side bracket. Pay attention to which direction the knobs go. You're going to go to the outside facing this way, because that can be a little tricky. And then with that, a 1x4 plate. All right, 1x2 plate with C-snap. Where is this going to go? This one's going to go to the other side of that bracket facing backwards. Then a 1x2 inverted bow. That one is going on the inside, kind of like that. It's kind of a fun shape. All right, next up, we're going to do dark gray 1x1 tile, 1x2 tile with cut, and then the inverse of that, 1x2 with cut in red to create this beautiful diagonal. So when you put those tiles together with the cutaway, it makes these really cool angles. It's such a fun shape. All right, now here's another great example of the colors being used to indicate a really easy way to know where they go. We've got white on one side with a C-snap and a red C-snap on the other. So it looks like the white is the one that we're going to go on the inside. And this is going to click onto the light gray bar that we connected to our bad robot arms. And that kind of slides down at an angle. Nice. So now we're going to do the opposite side. Let's see. 2x2 plate, 1x2 plate with C-snap, 1x3 plate in dark gray, 1x2 plate connecting to the bottom side of our 1x3, 1x1 plate with C-snap on the end of that. That's step 112. Let's see if that's still looking right. So far, so good. Another one of our super crazy inverted tube side centerline brackets. Knobs facing outward. 1x2 tile in the back. Very nice and clean little build here. 1x4 plate. And see, we're doing the opposite side, right? Although this one is just a little bit different because we have to get it towards the center of the rear window. So we've got our 1x2 inverted bow to hold that together. There we go. Just like the other side. 1x1 round tile. Not round, sorry, square, regular tile. 1x2 tile with cut with the angle facing down. And then the opposite piece in the matching red to again make that really beautiful angle. And then now we know that the white side is the one going on that bar connected to the bad robot arm. We're going to slide that in really gently, snaps and pushes down. And now we've got the rear window. It's pretty cool. And so because we're actually building these bricks sideways, we get some nice thin lines showing the bracing of the rear window. And that's exactly how real NASCARs work too. They have pieces of metal that go inside plexiglass to keep the wind from making the window flex, because it's made of clear plastic. So you need to put metal beams in there to keep it from moving and vibrating. All right, step 118. We're kind of getting towards the end, guys.
You guys are in the home stretch.
Yeah. 1x6. It's gonna go nowhere yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Some of this stuff comes from memory. So here we go. We're gonna put our 2x4 tile right there with our 1x6. Next up, we have our Rusty's sticker. This is sticker number 8. Here we go. Only 3 stickers to go. And there we go. Here we go.
He did a good job, guys. He's really good at this.
I may have done it before. Here we go. We've got a 1x2 with bar.
That little guy.
That little guy.
You've got a bunch of little guys.
2 1x1s.
Another little guy. Goes right there.
On the front.
And another little guy.
Hold on. That goes actually behind the 2x4 plate. There we go. And then now we have more of these 1x2 tile with cut like we used on the rear window. We're going to put them here now to create a little extra shaping. One goes on one side, the other goes on the other side. Here, so this is the big spoiler. Oh yeah, that looks great. The Rusty's logo on that rear spoiler. Yeah, awesome. So that's step 124. All right, now we're gonna flip them over, you guys. And we're gonna do the exhaust pipes. So in NASCAR, they actually call these the boom tubes.
Boom tube.
Which is such a funny term.
Nolan, can you say boom tube? I bet Addison. Boom tube.
I can picture it.
Why does that sound so funny? Boom tube. Sounds funny to me.
Here we go. So now we've got 4 of these, and we're going to put them underneath on these little bars, and they're going to naturally kind of come in at an angle. Oh, and it looks so cool. There we go. Nice. Next up, we have 2 of these 3 module bars. Those will go into the double C-snaps in the bottom. These are like the exhaust headers that are coming from the back of the engine. Those will snap right in there, flush to the boom tubes.
Boom tubes.
All right, and next up, we're going to build the main drive shaft. So we've got a 1x1 brown snot brick again.
Snot.
That goes in there. All right, that goes in here. And then we take these really interesting little pieces a little nubbin of this one will go into the top knob of the other piece here. And then that will fit into the end. There we go. Nice. And this will fit really clean right here on the bottom. So that brown brick is representing something we call the bell housing. So that's the back end of a car's transmission that kind of connects to the back of the engine. So that's called the bell housing. And then now we have the drive shaft that goes all the way back to the rear drive. All right, we're down to the last stickers. So we're gonna flip Lightning McQueen back over. We have two 1x2 tiles that both need a sticker. And we still have one last big sticker to go. Here we go. One says Lightning. The other says McQueen. These are going to go up on the top of the roof. There we go. That looks good. And so we want it to say Lightning McQueen on both sides. There's one there. There's one there. And it kind of makes our roof rails up top there. Each one says Lightning McQueen on top. All right, we've got our really big 4x4 tile with the last sticker.
Woo-hoo!
The big 95 racing number for the top of the roof. So one last big sticker to be extra careful on. There was a little bit of dust, but I got it off. There we go. That looks pretty great. So that's ready to fill that last hole in the top of the roof. I'm gonna have that 95 facing sideways. And it just snaps right in. You can press that one pretty hard. Make sure it goes in nice. There we go. All right, that was a step 129. So all that's left finally is the wheels. So this is probably one of the favorite pieces I've designed since I started working at Lego. I originally made these for the Formula One cars. And I referenced the real thing to make sure that they were extra accurate. So when I used to work in real life racing, before I worked at Lego, I used to do a lot of work on real race cars. And what I did is when I wanted to make the tires as realistic as I possibly could, I actually referenced the real rubber texture from a real tire and copied it so that it was really accurate. So what we're going to do on this, and this is our last step, oh my gosh, we're going to take these 1x1 round plates, we're going to stick them into the center of the wheel. This is going to basically represent our wheel nuts. That's what holds the wheel onto the car. We're going to put one in each wheel. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the tire brand is Lightyear, like Buzz Lightyear. And it kind of makes you think of Goodyear tires, but these are Lightyear tires. I think that's so fun. And going all the way back to have to be, what, 50, 60 steps ago? We have our light tan Technic combi pins with the Technic snap. And this has a Technic hole. So all we have to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, put the wheels on, and there we are. We're all done. That is Lightning McQueen, ready to go, ready to race. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
That is pretty great. And this hood can raise just a little bit to make his mouth move. And that looks pretty good when we think about the movie, right? Very nice. Well, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed playing with it. It was fun to build with you. And love you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye.